Hi guys, I'm Lindsay.
And I'm Mike.
This is Disney for Couples, a podcast for kid-free adults who love the most magical theme parks on Earth but don't want to hear about family travel, because Disney World is no place for kids.
It truly isn't, my dear.
What are we talking about today? I have almost no idea.
That's
it's
right.
Actually lovely. I'm gonna sleep through this and just let you talk.
Today's episode is all about D23.
Timely.
What is D23?
I don't know.
You have no idea?
It's a gathering for Disney fans. We were part of the D23 club for a little while, even though we've never been to an event.
Yep.
And we got some little treats.
We got some perks.
And stuff.
Yeah.
And then we decided to take a little time off from it.
Yeah. And
because we haven't even read the magazines we got sent, which is
they don't make those anymore.
Oh, well,
yeah, they stopped
we still have all of ours.
Yeah, they stopped making those winter 2025. Because when I was researching all of this, that came up.
Really?
Yeah.
I like those magazines.
Yep. They knew it,
right.
So they stopped.
So what do they do? Are you going to tell us what the club is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm going to stop talking.
Yep. So D23, for those who don't know, is the official fan club for the Walt Disney Company. The D stands for, wait for it, dog.
I love it. I want to be part of it now.
The D stands for Disney, and 23 refers to the year that Walt Disney founded the company, 2023.
2023. They've done really extremely well the past few years.
Yep, 1923 to be exact. One of probably the biggest draw of the whole D23 world is the D23 Expo. Unfortunately,
right, because D23 is not the name of the expo; it's the name of the fan club.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they just rebranded that event name, and I do not like it. So originally, for years, it was called the D23 Expo.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's called D23, the Ultimate Disney Fan Event. I literally wrote rolls right off the tongue.
Yeah, it's not as cool, but it is clear. So I guess that's why they did it, because D23 Expo was not clear. Probably even for Disney fans. I think
yeah, I guess.
You and I didn't even know what it was for a while.
I wish that they could have figured it out in a way that wasn't a mouthful. But it is what it is.
Josh D'Amaro.
Yeah.
Doing it. I'm not a huge Josh D'Amaro fan.
We know. Your disdain comes up.
I don't hate him. I'm just not I don't think he was great. I don't think he ran the parks great.
I'm excited to see what's to come from this year's D23, which we're going to get into all of that. But a little bit more on the what D23 is. So the what was once the expo, it is a multi-day event. Some years I think it's 4 days, some years I think it's 2. This past year's I believe was 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
It includes first ever looks at new Disney parks attractions, new Disney movies, TV shows, and sometimes video games. There was actually a big to-do this year about Kingdom Hearts 4.
Okay.
So the very first D23 Expo took place between September 10th and the 13th, 2009. And it took place at the Anaheim Convention Center in none other than Anaheim, California.
Which is where Disneyland is. For anybody who doesn't know, Disneyland is not in LA, it's in Anaheim. I think for ever and ever and ever, I thought it was in Los Angeles. Just as a kid, I have family in LA, and I just thought
well, of course, that's where Disney
was
is.
LA. Yeah, there was LA, and then there was Northern California.
Yep.
I just want to mention that D23, if I'm correct, it's every 2 years.
Yes.
And every D23 they flip-flop coasts. So if it's in Anaheim this year, which it is.
It was, yeah.
Okay, because it just ended.
It's already over this year.
The other day.
Yeah.
But it was in Anaheim. So in 2 years, the next one will be in Orlando.
Oh, okay, yeah. That makes sense.
I'm pretty sure. You didn't come across that?
I did come across the biennial, the where it's every other year. I did I knew that, but I didn't know that it flip-flopped coasts.
I'm quite sure, and I will double check that, and if we're wrong, I'll correct it on the next podcast. But I'm pretty sure that so everybody, I mean, a lot of people travel, so like a lot of people on this coast are going to go to went to California and vice versa. But it's nice that if you're like, I don't think unless we wanted to go to Disneyland, I can't see us going to California just for D23. But if you're a big Disney Parks fan on one coast or the other, you can always kind of plan to go to go to a future D23 because they, go from coast to coast.
Mm-hmm. I actually wanted to, just for fun, I wanted to go over some of the stuff that they talked about and revealed at the very first D23.
Oh, I love it.
So this was when Magic Kingdom's Fantasyland expansion, which we know as New Fantasyland, that's where it was first announced.
Okay. That makes sense because that was, I didn't know anything about New Fantasyland.
Tell people about what that is.
Okay, so I think everybody probably knows what Fantasyland is. When you walk into the Magic Kingdom and you go through the castle, you end up in Fantasyland. You walk through like the breezeway of the castle. You're in Fantasyland. That's where there's that stretch that I always think of as Fantasyland, which looks like many more things than it really is. It's like Peter Pan on one side and Small World on the other.
And that's kind of it.
It's kind of it.
Yeah.
And then there's the carousel, and I think Dumbo used to be over there, but now it's not. It's in the circus area.
So that's like Fantasyland proper.
Right. And the New Fantasyland is, if you have been there in recent years, it's kind of older looking. It's newer, but it's not as colorful and bright. It's a little bit more like
medieval,
old world looking. Yeah. It's where the Little Mermaid ride is, and that whole area is kind of like, it's like browns and it looks like stonework and stuff. And it's also where Gaston's Tavern is, and that tiny little area that's like Provence nook. Kind of. Yeah. And then it's also where Snow White, I always forget the name of the roller coaster.
Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
Yeah, that's where that is.
Right.
And it makes sense that it was 2009 because that was like a dead zone for me of Disney trips, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I just went, and that was there. Like, I didn't know anything about it. And I always wondered when that happened because it makes sense that I didn't know because it was during a time in my life that I wasn't going a lot. I was,
it'll be, I'm sorry to interrupt. I was going to say it would be interesting to figure out when Mine Train opened. I think that was later. So, even though this was all announced at D23 2009, it's possible that I don't think anything opened until 2011, or a little later, something like that.
Right. Yeah, I would have been in 2009. I was 3 years out of college. And that was probably not, maybe I went with my family one time, but that was a big stretch of time that I just didn't go to Disney World that much. I wasn't the right age. I wasn't going to go on. I couldn't afford it to go by myself or with friends. And I wasn't going to go with a family trip when you're that age usually.
So
2014
was when
Mine Train.
Okay. Yeah. So back to the first D23 again. Mm-hmm. You know how when at these events, at the expos, when they announce the Disney movies and TV shows where you and I just kind of look at each other and we're like, oh, great. Yeah. Ant-Man 6. Mm-hmm. A bit of that went all the way back to 2009. And this was at the dawn of MCU. So I don't think there had been enough films in that franchise yet for that to become over inundated. Mm-hmm. But there was this is when they revealed the title for the 4th Pirates of the Caribbean movie. So that was the keystone movie reveal.
Okay.
Was that they revealed the name of the movie.
What was it?
On Stranger Tides.
Now, did you see that? Have you seen all of them?
I've seen the first 3. I haven't seen the 4th or I think there's a 5th.
Do people like the other ones? I don't think I've ever seen any of them.
I mean, I really like the first one. They get pretty ridiculous. Like, as they go on, they get more and more just wacky.
Yeah.
Really, really weird.
Okay. So they've been pulling this for a long time, the unnecessary sequel announcements.
Yes.
Okay.
And then the other thing I wanted to mention were celebrity appearances.
Okay.
At that D23. We had the late, great Robin Williams. Betty White, also late, great.
Betty White, Golden Girls Betty White?
Yeah.
Okay. I wonder what for.
I'm not sure. And the Muppets.
Of course.
Who also served as musical entertainment.
Love it.
And at that D23, a new Muppet film was announced, which I'm pretty sure ends up being Jason Segel's The Muppets, which came out in 2011.
Okay.
Yep.
I still haven't seen that.
That's cute.
Yeah, I know. I've heard it's cute, and I love Jason Segel, and I love the Muppets. I just haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's fun.
Okay, that's fun.
Yeah. So I wanted to talk a little bit about this year's D23 that just wrapped up.
We've watched a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were there, before I get into it, was there stuff that you were hoping they would announce that they did or didn't?
Yeah, I was hoping they wouldn't announce anything about Villain's Land. I was hoping that was going to become a blue sky thing that never panned out. Nope. I am not psyched about Villain's Land at all, so I was really hoping that was going to fall away.
Yeah. Well,
no such
they've
luck.
Doubled down, unfortunately. Yeah. So some of the stuff just for this year, D23 2026 just wrapped. It took place, I'm going to get this wrong, but I think it was like the 12th, 13th, 14th. It was very recent.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Because we're still watching all of the YouTubes about it.
Right.
Like we watched Braden the other day. What is his channel?
Mickey Views.
Yeah, that's our favorite like news deep dive channel.
In our opinion, D23 2026 was one of the most eventful D23s of all time, particularly for parks announcements. So a lot of it was focused on detailed updates because there's a lot of work going on in all the Disney parks right now, really, but specifically Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom, Disneyland has stuff going on, California Adventure, they're putting that Lion King ride in Adventure World in Paris. Like
Tokyo is in Tokyo.
Yeah,
they're doing the new Space Mountain and stuff.
There's a lot of earth moving, a lot of stuff being built, and there was like a lot of updates about these projects because they have had some sort of like estimated dates for when things will open. But I think it was nice for fans to see like detailed concept art and true like not two scale, but like true like models and that really like helped paint a better picture.
I think the only park in Disney World that's not getting some big overhaul is Epcot, right?
Right.
Because Hollywood Studios is getting Monstropolis.
Yep, which I'm going to talk about. So key amongst the reveals for D23 this year is that Monstropolis, so this is the Monsters, Inc. themed takeover of the defunct Muppets Courtyard. So Monstropolis originally, I think, was supposed to open like 2028 or 29. It's actually on track to start opening in 2027.
I wonder if they're going to open like a restaurant first. That would make sense.
So they're going to open in stages. That's like one of the things that I read. Yeah. So it seems like the door coaster, like the premier attraction, of course. And I think that's going to be one of the last things to open.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I would kind of think that like, it's like the stuff toward the front that starts opening up first, and then it gets further and further back.
Can I just interject because we were talking about Muppets Land?
Yeah.
If anybody was a Muppets Courtyard fan and misses it or anything like that, watch some of this year's D23 footage because they have at the expo they have like a ton of from the vault like props and everything for a lot of different Disney stuff, but they had a whole section with a lot of things from Muppet Courtyard and Muppet 3D, Muppet Vision 3D. So it was really fun to
very endearing
watch some of the videos and like revisit some of those props that, you know, who knows when you're going to see them, if ever again. Like, I don't know what they're going to do with them.
We'll shout out paging Mr. Morrow on YouTube for that because he had really good coverage.
Yeah, because he's a Muppets fan. Yep. So he really like spent time looking at that stuff and telling us what it was.
Yep. So like a little bit of additional reading that's not like in my notes per se is that theater show that they've been talking about that's going to replace where Muppet Vision 3D was is called the Glob Theater, and they like provided a little more information about what that's going to be.
Oh, I didn't know. Well, the Glob is a take on the Globe, which was Shakespeare's theater, which is a really cute idea. But I didn't know that's going to be a show.
Yeah, and for what I read, I'm not very excited because it sounds like what they always do. Tell me what they always do. What's this a show about?
Is it like training? I feel like it would be training for like your first day as a.
It's like it's like an indoctrination because it's they created, I think it's called Human Day or something like that.
Okay. I get why you don't like that. I know that Disney leans into that like a lot. I actually love it for Monsters Inc. because Monsters Inc. is like you're going to work.
Yeah.
That's like what it is. Or you're going, Monsters University, you're going to school. And it feels like it really fits that theme. Like if there was anywhere that they were going to do it that I wouldn't roll my eyes at, it would be that. Plus, I actually really like that about Disney. I thought that was so much fun when I was a little kid.
Yeah.
And it still has the same appeal for me that like you're in training kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Like orientation.
Right. I just saw something today about what potentially could take over Pizza Rizzo. And it was like they came up with some character. I think that it's more of like a quick service style restaurant because the Harryhausen's, which is going to be I think that's going to be Asian for sushi.
Yeah, I was hoping they were going to do that.
Because it's inspired by like that scene from Monsters Inc. where they go to the Japanese restaurant. Right. I bet that'll open. Like I bet when Monstropolis has its very first leg of opening stuff that it will be like Harryhausen's, maybe a gift shop, the theater. I feel like that might be it.
Is there a Harryhausen's in the like concept art?
Yes.
I feel like there is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I haven't looked at that concept art in a long time, but when I did, I remember like studying it.
Yeah. So we're going to step out of Hollywood Studios. We did get some more information and models and whatnot on Piston Peak National Park.
Yeah. Can we talk about that?
Absolutely.
Because that's really the most in-depth of anything I've watched about this D23.
Yeah.
And I just want to recommend, we just mentioned Mickey Views, but he does really good coverage, especially of concepts that Disney's dreaming up. He digs into the models and the art and like really goes deep to give you an idea of where everything's going. Yeah. And he also does a lot of predictions and he's often right.
Yep.
We love his channel. So Mickey Views on YouTube, and I will try to remember to put a link to the specific one about Piston Peak in the show notes because he really like
he's been drilling
in
into
on
this for
the
a long
model
time.
And everything.
Yeah.
So
go
ahead.
Well, I have like stuff to explain about it, but what were you going to say?
Oh, I wanted to just like give my opinion about the Piston Peak model.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So it's no secret. I'm not a fan of anything Cars being in Frontierland. I don't understand why they're doing this. I really love Cars Land in Disneyland. Like, love it. It's probably second to Toy Story Land, which I just think is the most fun thing they've ever made. So I'm not anti-Cars or anything like that. I don't know why they're putting it in Frontierland. It seems ridiculous. I also didn't really know it's more of like a sub-land. I thought it was an attraction or two. It's like a whole area. Mm-hmm. it's almost like they're getting rid of Frontierland, which if that's their plan, I wish they would just say it or like rename it or something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really not happy. I think it looks cute. I actually think that this would do really well in that like California section of Disneyland.
I do too.
Is
I was
that
just
California
thinking that
Adventure?
DCI.
Yeah, I mean, then they would have like 2 Cars lands, but like that would be really cute there.
It would fit really nicely there.
So the 2 things that really like resent about this change to Frontierland is, of course, it doesn't fit. It's like you can't make it fit.
Yeah, it's very tacked on.
Yeah, you can't like spin it in a way that it's like, no, this really does fit in with Frontierland. It just isn't going to.
Yeah.
The other thing I don't like is that because it's a new theme, because they had to figure out a way to kind of get it to coordinate with the look of that area of Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
It's not Cars. I mean, it's Cars. It's like the characters, but it's a whole new area.
It's like a biome.
Yeah,
that
and
the
what I love
characters aren't usually in anyway.
Yeah, and what I love about Disneyland Cars, California Adventure Cars, is that it looks like you walked into the movie.
That's true.
So you've added it in a land that it doesn't fit in because Cars is popular, and you've made it into something that isn't even endearing, in my opinion, because it's relatable. I know kids are going to love it. I know parents are going to love it because kids are going to love it. And I definitely don't think that like Disney World has to stay static. Walt Disney didn't want that. But I just don't think that completely changing the idea of the land, unless they're going to change it, like go all in, make it national park land.
Yeah.
But they're not. And it just feels like the first time they've done something in the Magic Kingdom that really doesn't coordinate with where they're putting it. And I don't like that they're doing that. It feels cheap. Like they're not thinking enough.
It makes me think of, do you remember that Tom Cruise movie, Edge of Tomorrow?
I mean, vaguely.
The marketing for that film, I think when it was in theaters, was for the title, like Edge of Tomorrow. But when it came out, like I think for home video and streaming,
it was a different name.
They leaned on Live, Die, Repeat as like I think that was like the poster tagline or something like that initially, but they were like, let's make this the big font. We'll make this like take over the Edge of Tomorrow title. So I'm getting like that kind of vibe a little bit with Piston Peak, where it's like we have Frontierland, but now we're gonna have Piston Peak, and maybe Piston Peak will just be louder and bigger and better, and nobody will care about Frontierland.
Yeah, I don't totally.
Yeah.
Also, that was a terrible title. Live, Die. I remember, was that in Redbox days?
It was a long time ago.
Do you remember Redbox?
Yeah, it was a long time
ago. I remember
ago.
Going to Redbox and like not knowing what that movie was, but I had seen it in the theater.
Yeah.
But that was such a weird rebranding thing, and Live, Die, Repeat was such a bad title.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, we digress.
So, yeah, Mickey Views and Paging Mr. Morrow for some nice views on like updated models, because they've got a great one. Like if you are very interested in seeing how Piston Peak is going to turn out, I would recommend checking out some of this footage, because it paints like a really nice picture of what's to come.
What did you think of it?
I think it looks high quality. Mm-hmm. I think it looks to be a high quality land. I'm just not excited. I'm still mourning the loss of the rivers of America.
I know. I was happy to see, if I was forced to say something good about it, I'm happy to see there's going to be a lot of water.
Yes, me too.
And I'm happy, although I expected them to do this, of course, they're taking care of the sight lines. So when you're in Liberty Square, you're not going to see too much of the mismatched theming, which I would expect them to do, because that's like what Disney does best. You know, Disney does that better than anybody. Universal doesn't do that. They don't worry about the sight lines. So
Universal's like You can see Harry Potter, see a little Simpsons, see a little bit of
now in the
Fast
Mickey
and Furious
video. I think he said that you might see a little bit of the vehicles when you're in Liberty Square, but I'm really not. I honestly can't imagine them doing that. But
yeah,
unless it's like as you're on your way out, so it's where Liberty Square is like blending into Frontierland.
When we go there on our trip, I am gonna pay extra close attention to like the state of construction.
Yeah.
Because I'm curious about how that's all gonna start to kind of fall into place. You know?
Yeah.
Unfortunately for you, they have, like I said earlier, doubled down on Villains Land. It's coming.
Yeah.
They announced that there's going to be, so in the original concept art, there was what fans were anticipating was a Maleficent roller coaster, and it has been confirmed that yes, it is a Maleficent roller coaster, so that's going to be there. That'll be cool.
Is there any art? I didn't see
I don't think so.
This. No?
I don't think so. That'll be
sure
for Disney. Yeah, I know, because it's like we have Tron and we never go on Tron.
You know, I don't object to a Villains Land. I think that's a cool idea. I don't love like all of the different IP combining as though they belong in the same space, but like I get it. Like the villains are really popular. I actually love Sleeping Beauty and Maleficent when I was little, and I would like play pretend. I practically grew up like an only child because my brother's so much older than me. But when I was little and I would play pretend, Sleeping Beauty was my go-to, but I was always the prince because he got to ride a horse and fight a dragon. It was fun. So I would like ride on the back of our couch downstairs in the basement.
She still does this.
And I would pretend it was a horse. We had this big brown couch and with like the sloped back. I would sit on it and pretend I was on a horse as the prince. And I had like a wooden sword and a wooden Pegasus shield from like the Renaissance fair. And I would pretend that I was fighting the dragon.
Aww.
Because
I'd ask
Sleeping
your
Beauty
about this.
You know, Aurora got to like dance around in the woods, you know, but like he got to do. So that's all to say, I'm a Sleeping Beauty and Maleficent fan. I think that that's a cool idea. What I don't like is that they're changing the footprint of Magic Kingdom. I don't like that. I don't like that it's not really going to be a hub and spoke anymore.
Yeah.
I don't want anything. I just don't like that they're changing the layout. I think that they should put Villains Land somewhere else.
I would argue that they're not. My only argument to that point is that they're not changing. For Villains Land specifically, they're expanding.
Yeah, but it's changing the footprint.
Yeah. It's like adding footprint.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about it. But whatever.
But
if during that first D23, if I had even like known about it,
yep,
I probably wouldn't have been thrilled with New Fantasyland, and like, I love it.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Knows? It might
I love
be
it.
great.
I don't hate it.
There's gonna there's gonna be a Magic Mirror dark ride too. That was confirmed.
Cool.
Yes,
that's cool.
Yep.
Right.
Sure. There are also some updates over in Animal Kingdom. So
this I'm very excited about.
Yeah?
Yeah. Very.
So Tropical Americas is the big project that's going down in Animal Kingdom right now. It's the replacement for Dinoland USA. So one of the sort of like, well, I guess it's like the main attraction that's coming. There's kind of like three attractions, and this I think is the biggest one, is the Encanto attraction. So
it's a house, right?
It's a house, and it's the casita from the film, and it received an official name, and we got some concept art. Would you like to know the name?
Yeah.
It is called Antonio's Fiesta de Encanto.
Okay.
Yeah. So the story of the ride is that it's going to take place you remember in the movie when Antonio gets his gift?
Yep.
He's able to talk to animals?
Yeah.
That's the ride.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
But then there's also a carousel?
Yes. So that's not Encanto. That's, I think, like the center of Tropical Americas is going to have a really beautiful, like, Tropical Americas themed carousel.
Oh, that's not Encanto?
Right.
Oh.
Yep.
I thought it was. Okay.
And then we're also getting Indiana Jones which
Cool.
I like know far less about, so I just call it Indiana Jones.
I mean, we went on that in Disneyland.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure. Is it going where Dinosaur was?
Yeah.
Okay, because it's the same ride system.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I think that the art looks incredible.
And a bonus, let's not forget, Imagineers said at this D23 that they are going to fix the Yeti.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see how that's going to pan out, because the reason they haven't been able to fix the Yeti all these years is because the Yeti is like part of the structure.
The foundation or structure.
So
yeah. Yep.
I wonder what they're going to do. It is time. Like, I wish they had figured it out way earlier. Did you ever go on that when the Yeti
worked?
I don't think
my
God, I did. It was great.
Yeah.
Really scary. Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to have... I remember us watching something about this a long time ago. I remember if... I'm not sure if they're going to have to, like, cut into the ride. Like, cut open the mountain.
I wonder.
Because, that would be, like, the way to work on the Yeti.
Yeah.
Yeah. But for those who, like, don't know, Expedition Everest is, like, the main e-ticket roller coaster at Animal Kingdom. It opened in 2006, and when it first opened, there's a Yeti figure, a big Yeti, like, animatronic figure right at the end of the attraction as you're, like, coasting back to the loadout station. And originally he moved and there was, like, crazy sounds and roars and all kinds of stuff going on, and then it quickly, like, broke. It became unusable very quickly after it opened. And so they put it in, they call it a Disney B mode, usually, I think is what it's called.
Just not doing anything. They have lights on it.
Yeah, so they put it,
look...
they call him Disco Yeti because they put a strobe light.
Yeah.
So to simulate motion, but allegedly they are going to completely fix it, and I can't wait.
I want to put on my corporate greed hat for a minute.
All right.
Okay, here's why I think from, like, a Disney greed standpoint, this is a really good idea.
Okay.
I've noticed through the years that Expedition Everest gets lower and lower attendance. And the reason why I think that is because it seems like every time we go, and this has been true for the past 10 years for me, the line for Expedition Everest isn't as long.
Mm-hmm.
And there are more times during the day when it's practically a walk-on. So,
true. And, like, the end of the day, definitely.
And fewer people on the ride mean fewer people in the gift shop. Because the gift shop isn't... Of course, you can go into any of the Disney ride gift shops. You can go in the exit, basically, instead of if you're not going to feed through from the ride. But, like, I love that gift shop. And, like, I don't know how to get there if I'm not leaving the ride. I never think about it.
Right.
You know, I only think about that gift shop if I'm coming off Expedition Everest.
Sure.
And that's a great gift shop. And a lot of people like it. But if you're not going on the ride, you're not going in the gift shop, and you're not buying stuff. You're not even buying a water, you know?
That's true. Yep.
So I think that I'm sure that this is not the reason why they're doing this, but it's definitely a perk. More people are going to go on Expedition Everest. That also means more people are going to be likely to buy Lightning Lane for Animal Kingdom, because there's really not a reason to buy Lightning Lane for Animal Kingdom.
I'm sorry. Is your name Lindsay tomorrow?
So I think that it's also going to be monetarily advantageous for them to do this.
Points.
More people are going to want to go on to see the working Yeti.
I also like that they care that much. About
money? Yeah, I know. I'm kidding.
No. I mean, they do care a lot about money, but that's, like, in a way, it's also pure fan service, because people have not stopped talking about that defective animatronic
it's become a joke.
It's like 20 years, over 20 years now.
It's become like a campy joke, like that it's silly that it's called Disco Yeti.
Yep.
Okay.
So I probably, in retrospect, should have put this section of the episode a little earlier, but I wanted to get into, like, how much does it cost to be a D23 member, and, like, what the perks are, that kind of thing. I wanted to, like, talk about some of the more showboaty stuff first, and I did, and now it's time to get into the crossing of T's and dotting of I's. So there are both free and paid tiers for a D23 membership. The paid tier are the gold membership plans. Like if you go on the D23 site, this is what is known as the gold membership plans. There are 3 of these specifically. Mm-hmm. The essential plan is $50 per year. And we were talking about this earlier. I'm pretty sure that we'll research this, but I'm pretty sure that's per person.
Okay.
Yeah. $50 per year, and it includes a gold membership kit. So with that, you get a member card and certificate. You get like a commemorative pin, a magnet. You get a $25 event discount, and you get one of those it's a Lorcana card, like that trading card game that came out a couple of years ago, but it's a D23 like specific one.
Okay.
You also get access to gold events, which we went to one.
Did we?
The one in Boston? Was that D23?
Oh, I don't know.
I think that was.
Maybe.
We'll talk about that in a minute.
It was terrible.
Because that's like
it was so
coming
bad.
up. So there's gold events. You get access to gold events, gold offers and discounts, which have we used the D23 discounts?
We have. Yeah, we've used some of the D23 discounts. There aren't that many. But like I'm not even going to say what I think one of them was, but I know that we've used them. And I remember when we used it, the person in Disney World said like, nobody really uses this.
And
because they're different discounts than what you would get with like an annual pass,
right,
or the Disney Visa card.
Yeah, I remember us using it.
But there are
like
some,
once.
and we did use them.
Yeah. So there's that. It's called the Fanfare newsletter. There wasn't like much more detail about that. It just said you get the newsletter and access to sweepstakes.
Okay.
So that's all under the essential plan, and that's the most basic plan. The choice plan is $120 per year. That gives you everything that came with the essential plan, plus your choice of one 2026 gold member premium item.
That's what we had when we were D23
Is that
members.
what it was?
Yeah, and you can, when we did it, and I'm sure you can still, we did it for like a 2-person household. So maybe instead of $120, maybe we paid a little bit more. So you and I were both members, but then like we only got one gift. So you know that like silver Mickey statue that we have on the record player, or on, like where the record player is, that was a D23 gift.
Yeah. Okay.
So we each got the membership. So like you got the newsletters, I got the newsletters. We probably could both show our card to get a discount, but we got like one of those statues and one magazine. We didn't get 2 of those.
So we'll link this in our show notes to go over like what exactly are those gold member premium items, because I don't have them listed and I didn't want to just like jump on the site and be like, it's this and this and this.
I think they're different. I think they change.
It is listed
every year.
Okay. Well, it might change every year, but like what is available for 2026 is posted.
We'll just link to the D23
we'll link to the D23 site. So the only other paid plan is the complete plan, it's called. That is $330 per year. That comes with everything that you get with the essential plan, and instead of getting just 1 out of 4 items from the premium collection, you get all 4.
Okay. I just want to mention, in case this isn't clear, because I don't think we realized this when we signed up. We didn't sign up for the sake of event tickets. We just signed up because we wanted like all of the club stuff. This does not get you a ticket to D23 Expo.
Oh, God.
It doesn't. It's not included.
No.
It gets you a discount on the ticket to the D23 Expo.
It's Disney.
It's not
Come
like,
on.
Yeah, you're not gonna like get it. You can't just go because you're part of the club.
There is a free plan, and listen to how boring.
Oh, that's what we're on now. We downgraded.
Listen to how boring they make the free plan sound.
Okay.
The official name for the free plan is the general member complimentary plan.
They were like, these are all the words we want to use, and somebody was like, just put them all in there. It doesn't matter. We don't have to figure it out.
So that includes, you get the newsletter, you get sweepstakes access, you get like general events announcements, which I barely know what that even means. And that's it. You don't get anything else.
Yeah. The general event announcements might be like, they often have those live things that, do you remember we watched that whole thing that we streamed about? It was like that panel talking about the World's Fair.
Yes.
It was actually post the last D23 Expo. So maybe kind of stuff like that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a really depressing name.
So here we go. General Member Complimentary Plan. Yeah.
You're nothing to us.
Could I sign up for the GMCP, please? There is a D23 app. It's free, I imagine, and we will confirm that. But you can get it for iPhone and you can get it for Android devices. That's that.
Cool.
It's all the info on the D23. And then the last bit here is we had D23 for a year.
Yeah, a year or two. I think a couple years. I think I renewed it.
And I just wanted to talk about like our experience with it a little bit. I mean, we kind of touched on stuff, but just overall.
Yeah, I like being part of the fan club. I go in and out of being very tuned into Disney stuff and taking a step back. We signed up for D23. I think we maybe were thinking of going to an expo.
I still want to go to one.
Yeah, I do too. But I think that's why we had signed up, because we thought like, well, you get X, Y, and Z, and also we might go to an expo. We didn't end up going to the expo, but
it's not called the expo. It's
sorry.
called the Ultimate
it was when we
Fan
signed
Event.
up. But I liked it. Like we got the perks, we got that little statue. It's not little. We got that statue, which was cute.
Yep.
We've gotten a few things over time that now I can't remember that we probably have around the apartment, but I really loved the magazines. Actually, they don't have those magazines. I would be hesitant to sign up again unless it was specifically because I wanted the discount for an event, because those magazines were so great. Good.
It's very much the way of the world these days that print kind of goes by the wayside, but those are really well put together.
Yeah, they're beautiful. They're nice. They're big and square.
Yep.
Yeah, they're great magazines. I'm happy that we didn't toss them. We still have a lot of them.
They're right there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We're unfortunately we're talking about something that hasn't been around for a minute. They stopped those in winter 25.
Yeah, I bet that's when we canceled our thing, because I don't remember not getting, not getting one.
Right.
Yeah, like I was perfectly happy doing it. It wasn't a huge expense. It's like a one-time fee. You pay it and you like forget about it.
Right.
And yeah, so without the magazine, you're really not getting that much, right?
Do you think?
Well,
there's the event. I wanted to talk about that. The
free event. Like
the one
stuff.
What was that one in Boston?
I don't think that was a D23.
Okay, I really thought it was.
I don't remember. That was like the animation immersion thing.
Yeah, we probably talked about it before on the podcast, but we didn't like it.
Yeah, I don't know. We didn't have a good time.
Yeah,
we had a good time.
Don't buy D23.
We didn't like it.
Just kidding.
Yeah, it was weird. You were in that room and there were all those projections. Of, I'm mixing it up with the Van Gogh thing, because at the Van Gogh exhibit that we went to upstate, they had that room that you could go in with all the projections of the art, but that was only part of the exhibit, and that was really cool.
Yeah,
this was just like, you were in a room, there were all these projections. The room, I remember thinking like, this isn't a good room for projections, because there was like stuff on the walls that was getting in the way of them, and like
yeah.
And there was kind of a sing-along.
It was like an elevated sing-along song experience. That's what I was just thinking.
Yeah, it wasn't great. It wasn't well done.
Yeah, we're adults. Sing-along song doesn't work.
And that wasn't, even if that was a D23 thing, like we paid for our tickets.
Yeah,
so we had a discount on the tickets.
Right.
Yeah, I can't imagine, like, I don't know what you're getting if you're not getting that magazine and like one gift a year.
Yeah, I guess if you are very interested in what the gold member premium gift items are, for a specific year, it might be a good time to like save some money on either one item or all 4 items. maybe something like that.
Yeah, and if you're in Disney World, they probably do this in Disneyland too, but we saw it in Disney World. I know that at the World of Disney that year when we were getting that Mickey statue.
Yes.
We saw it in the World of Disney.
Yes.
Because I said to you, that's what we're getting, and we came home and like it had been delivered. So like if you're in Disney World and you want to see what the gift looks like in person,
and if
they might have it in World of Disney.
That statuette may have cost $50. And then that's the essential plan, like with the perks that come with it.
Yeah, so, I guess if you want the thing.
I think that it's kind of like all things Disney, right? Where there's, I guess, the side of it where you're like, yeah, but like it's a waste in this way and this way and this way. But I don't know. It was kind of fun. I thought being a D23 member was just fun.
Yeah, I did too. I did too. If I was, I'm going to backtrack. Even without the magazine. If I was in a Disney phase of my life, which I am not in right now because I'm distracted by work stuff, but if I was in a Disney phase where I was like tuned into everything that was going on and like wanted to really know insider stuff,
it's an excellent resource.
I would sign up for it. Like because you get I think we still get the newsletters.
Right. Yeah.
Like I would, but if it's gonna pass you by and you're not gonna bother engaging with it, this probably isn't a good time to like pay for it. And I think you can sign up for it like whenever you want, so it's not like a once a year like enrollment thing.
Right. Yeah. Well, that was our episode on all things D23.
It was great.
Thank you
for all the research you did.
Oh, it was great. I was great doing it. It was fun.
We'll probably, as we watch more from this one, we'll probably have like little things to say in future episodes.
Yeah, I would think so.
I haven't seen too much.
Yeah, we've seen what we've seen together.
Did you see that dancing Pixar lamp?
No.
So they're selling, you can like buy the Pixar lamp now as like a lamp.
His name is Luxo Jr.
Oh, I'm sorry. You can buy Luxo Jr. But I saw briefly when I was like skimming social media, they had one at D23 that like moved all around like, by itself.
Oh, wow.
And I think the girl said you can buy it, but maybe for like gazillions of dollars. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
some of those.
That's not the one that you're seeing like in the, you can get it on like the Disney store right now. That one.
Some of those micro animatronics, like I think there's something now with Olaf, what you just said.
Yeah.
There's something with Wall-E. Those are all like
so cute.
Really, really good.
They
have one with Groot too, I think.
Watching that, what did we watch that they showed how they made that like Spider-Man animatronic in
Oh, yeah.
Was that for DCA?
Yes, because that's for Avengers Campus.
Yeah, that Spider-Man like animatronic that like flies through the air and does a trick. It's crazy.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I don't think it would have occurred to me if I ever saw that in person that it wasn't a person. Like a stunt person.
I mean, how would you know?
That's incredible. That's incredible that they can do that.
I know. Yeah. Where do our friends buy the stickers?
Okay, yep. So thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
If you want more content like this, go to disneyforcouples.com. If you would like to get some parks-inspired stickers, you can go to our sticker shop, magicalstickershop.com, or if you prefer to shop on Etsy, shop Magical Stickers on Etsy. The links are in our show notes.
Yep. And if you just want to reach out to us to tell us we're doing a good job, a bad job, or indifferent, it's hello@disneyforcouples.com.
Yep. And we would love it if you could leave us a rating or review.
Please.
Thanks so much for listening, guys. And remember to stay young at heart like What Would Want.
Bye, guys.
Bye.